Hello guys, welcome to Mark's Outdoors. I'm not, what will I call this? What will I call this channel? I keep on trying to change the name of it all the time, and yeah, I can't find a name that sticks. And the problem is I have another YouTube channel that you guys know about called Mark Shrimp Tanks, and my intro is always going to be, hello, welcome guys, welcome to Mark's. Let's see if we can fix this issue. Right guys, today I'm getting my camping gear ready. This is just a test of the Gopro Hero 10 because I've never used this camera outside for filming, I don't think, right? And it is a GoPro. It has awesome stabilization, and I thought this year, right, I do plan to go camping a lot, right? I do actually love camping, guys. I went a lot last year. I'm saying a lot, maybe 5 or 6 times last year, and I didn't record any of them because it is quite the hassle trying to do stuff and, you know, trying to get good quality a video for you guys as well, right? So today is a test. I've come out here, it's reasonably windy. I want to see what the camera is like for wind noise, because I want this camera to stay waterproof. It's my newest GoPro, it's a Hero 10. I have a different camera for my Mark Shrimp Tank stuff, but I wanted to see if this camera would be good enough on its own for me to walk like this. Is the stabilization good, etc., right? So that is what the test is for today. I do plan to go over to my nature hike, Cloud Peak 2, keep getting the names mixed up, Cloud Peak 2 tent, because I have been testing it a little bit. I've actually had this tent for 2 years and I've not used it once out camping. I've used my other tents but not this one, and the footprint is very large. Look, you can see the size of it here. It's very large. It's a 2-person tent, but inside it's actually very spacious. This tent cost me approximately, I don't know what, $200. I think the prices actually went up since then, and yeah, it is a really good tent. I actually had it set up a lot last year in the garden to test it. I actually had it in the garden for a month to see if it leaked, because yeah, that is one thing you don't want a tent to do, is leak when you go out on the trail. Right, and I want to go out for like a week at a time, right? So I can't have any leaking at all. I don't want any of my gear to get wet. So yeah, it was a good test. It passed with flying colours. If I remember right, I did seam seal this as well. I do that with all my tents regardless. And yeah, I thought it was exceptionally good. Let's have a little look inside, because I actually do have a lot of my gear in here already. That is one of the issues with this tent, is I noticed the zips stick a little bit, like here, you see it? The zips do get stuck, so they're not Y2K zips, that is for sure. But the tent is still good all the same. Right, you have a big massive door. The only other downside I can see from this is this massive overhang. Look, it doesn't really cover the inner tent, which could be a problem. Right, I have some stuff here in my pocket. I'm just going to put down on the ground because I'm going to bend over. I don't want to puncture my leg with a pair of scissors. And let's have a little look inside. Let's have a little look inside. Because I was testing my British Army Arctic sleeping bag in here yesterday, and yeah, it is very warm and comfortable. I have some reflectives on the bottom. I have 2 going all the way across. These are very light, well worth taking. I have a foam mat inner as well. I have a nature hike mat underneath that is deflated, because I was testing to see if do I really need a mat. If you're on grass you might not need to, but just say for example guys, if you go away camping and you can only find an area that is like with stones or shale or gravel or sand or something like that, yeah, you really need something under you. So I'm trying to cut down the weight as much as I can, because you guys all know I have like a really bad back, and this is why I do all my testing like this. I want to see what it is I can get away with not carrying, and what it is I will benefit from carrying. And here's one of them here. Look, here's a good example. Olive green bivy bag. This is a British Army bivy bag as well. It's an olive green. It's the older ones from the 90s, but it's still pretty useful. If you're cold, guys, and you bring one of these with you, these are probably 6 to 8 degrees Celsius to your sleep system, so they are well worth having, especially if you get caught out as well. Just say, for example, for some reason my tent fails, just say there's a storm and a tree comes in and smashes all this to bits, right? As long as I have this bag with me, I'll still be good to go, because this will keep me bone dry inside. So one of the ones that I wanted to have a look at today to fix was these zips, right? I'm just not a fan of these at all. They are three-way zips, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt, right? Because there is a slight gap when you close them together like this. I'm not sure how well that's going to come out in camera. There is a slight gap, so I have a little fix for this that I'm going to try and do today, and that involves some of this rubber tubing that I have here. Don't tell Mark Shrimp Tanks that I stole some of this from his room. We're going to put a piece of rubber tubing onto one of these little pull-out ties and simply have it stuck out, guys, the other way for when we're inside and we want to go to sleep, because it doesn't look like much. But I had this tent set up for a week and there was like 10 ants inside here, right? So once you get one ant going in here, I think they release a pheromone onto the material that tells the other ants to go this way, right? And I've had spiders and whatever else get into this little hole, so yeah, I'm going to fix that right now. Right guys, I'm going to show you this issue again just to be super clear. Here is the issue here. I'm going to lift up this tab here and you can see there's a clear hole that goes out from the inside to the outside, and it's the same on the other door as well. On this side, this one's not as bad, you can see it there. And I thought my fix for this could be something just to go in the gap basically, right? So I do have this silicone tubing because I have another YouTube channel and I do a lot of aquarium stuff. But guys, I was thinking maybe paracord might be just as good to go in here. And all I'm talking about, guys, is adding a piece of paracord or piece of tubing to one of these little toggles here and pushing it through and then closing the gap. I'm going to do that off camera because I can't do both at the same time. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so I did try silicone tubing through here, and yeah, and it's just not a good fit either. So I think the next thing to try here would maybe be a piece of cloth, something that you could put in here and cinch up these zips to it. Maybe a piece of cloth, a little bit of handkerchief, something like that. Yeah, because here is a great example, shows you how big the hole is. Look, right, look at the size of this. Yeah, I need to find a way to fill this. Alright guys, so we might have a possible fix here. This seems okay. It seems okay. Let's have a little look. What you can see here is microfiber cloth in the middle. We have a rubber band to one of the pull-outs here of one of the zips, and there's no gap at all. There is no gap. But what I did notice there, guys, is these zips are not that great at all. I can see a gap around this zip just here on this top one. It won't let in any insects and stuff, but yeah, it is not that great, these zips in this tent. It's the only thing I would say is quite disappointing, actually. So let me open this for you so you can see. Hopefully the camera will stay there. You'll probably hear a little bit of noise. Right, so if I lift up like this, you can see a piece of microfiber cloth, and I like this because it actually can compact, but it's very it has a lot of density to it. So yeah, so basically you put it into the gap like this, close one of the zips, and then close the zip down on top of it, and there you go, no gap at all. Now that is a tiny bit fiddly, but as I said, there is no gap at all. Guys, let me know in the comment section below if you know of a better fix than this to do this. I would love something where it's just a flap that goes over on both sides and nothing could get through, but I just can't see anything again. Let's open this up again, and that's it, and it just hangs on the inside of the tent like this. It weighs nothing, and that is it, right? So let's add one to the other side over here, because there's two doors in this tent. There are two doors. Let's see, where did I put you? Yeah, this side is a little bit uneven. Right, so we're going to add you to this side here, because if anything this will be the door that I never really open. So let's add you on here. Rubber band around the toggle. There could be string you use here, guys. I just used the rubber band because I had them on my desk. Rubber band like so. Pull this one tight as it will go. Put your microfiber on the zip like this. Pull your other one towards it. It shouldn't be this difficult, and this is what's annoying me about this tent is, yeah, it shouldn't be this difficult just to seal up a hole there, but this one seals up perfectly as well, you see it. So there's a lot of density in this microfiber cloth, which means it basically can fill a big gap. See, like this, you see how it just compresses, and it's still filling the gap, right? So yeah, that is a good fix. It's not perfect by any means, but yeah, look at that. You see what I mean? This is what it looked like before. Look, before to fix. See the gap? We don't want that gap. Let's get our little doohickey in there to fix it. You see what I mean? It's just a little bit fiddly to get stuff. And as we're speaking there, guys, I just noticed another ant in the tent. Wherever it went. That is why I want to do this. There it is there. I want to try and grab this ant because if I do this right here, it will just be easy to push out. You see? It's easy enough. Yeah, but this is why I want to do this, because ants can get through that tiny little gap. Did I mention, by the way, how warm it is in this tent? And you can even see over here. So there it is, all the inside, big massive pocket. I mean, I'm 6'4" and I have a lot of space above me. It's a good, let me just check, right, I'm sitting up straight, it's a good this much above my head. Lots and lots of space. It is advertised as a 2-man tent, but yeah, I think it is probably perfect for a bigger guy and all of his gear, right? Because it has a vestibule on this side as well, 2 vestibules, 2 large doors, and it has nice views all around, which is awesome. You know, one of the things I noticed yesterday while I was in here was this, and I'm not sure, that I think that might be a tick. Let's see, it probably won't come out in here, but it's the same one that was there yesterday when I was in the tent. It's trying to get me. I'm sure that is a tick. Anyway, guys, here is to the first of many new videos going to be on my channel. Guys, I can't even remember the name of it. Mark's Outdoors, Mark's Wild, who knows? But it will be the first of many videos this year, because I do plan to record quite a bit more, right? So if you want to see more content where I go out on adventures and I go all through Norway, do fishing and whatever else, then please do subscribe and like, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy outdoor keeping.